Mm. Okay, so welcome everyone to the Bulgarian Endurance Series, the 2 Hours of Le Mans, and we are here ready for the race start. We have the hypercar class ready for the start. Before we start, I'm sorry for everyone in the GT3 class as skins didn't work for me and I just see everyone in the same colors. But there we have it. Eric Marszalek starting from pole position in the Toyota GR10, and here we have the start, and look at that. There's Joe Green getting head start, and he's going into the lead, right into turn 1. A lot of cars fighting into turn 1, and there is first contact, and Marszalek going sideways as he lost the control and he's completely off, and that's an absolute disaster for the Polish driver, and also many cars caught up with him for this counter, but we need to take a look at the battle at the start in GT3 classes. They are also starting right now. Karol Vilgil starting from pole position, the best in qualifying yesterday. Slaven Stoichev going back and he's sideways also. And here we have the start for GT3 class. We'll take a look at that and then we'll continue. Slaven Stoichev straight to the pit. And that's gonna be a restart for him from the back of the grid. Eric Marszalek once again off. He's once again sideways. But look at that, GT3 has much. And oh, there is a first flyer into the walls. Many cars going. And James Quinoda, and there's another spin, and it's Matej Jurica in the Lamborghini. And look at this battle in hypercar class. This is Maximilian Ovchek and Daniel Kleppel in the battle for podium places, right in lap 1. Let's see how this plays out. They're going side by side into the second chicane on the Mulsanne straight, and now here in the braking zone, and Max Ovchek and Daniel Kleppel goes for a switchback. He goes side by side to the second part of the chicane, and Daniel Kleppel emerging the lead, and he holds it. A little bit of touches and scuffles between those two, and they are both going through. Luckily saved, and once again another look at the lead, at the third place position. Once again, a bit of touches, and now into the first corner. Hard braking zone. Who's going to go in the lead? Massive lockups. And oh, there is a spin. Max Ovchek goes, spawns, and Filip Kamko takes the place. Also, Žiga Luchar from Slovenia is out. And Max Ovchek from battle for third is now in 10th place. And look at this battle for first place in GT3 class. Karol Vilgo and Bartosz Czarnecki is fighting for this position. Very nice battle. You can now see battle for third place. Filip Bobula against Andrzej Mikulicki. And also Galge is in the battle. Max Galge now going for the inside of Filip Bobula. There is nothing he's gonna do about it, and he takes the 4th place. So pretty safe for GT3 now. Not much of a crashes. That's pretty unusual in GT3 class. And there is Daniel Kleppel fighting with Filip Kamka. Battle for 5th place is still on, and Daniel Kleppel emerges as the leader. I mean, we have to take a look at this battle for the lead as Joe Green and Mateusz Milobecki taking on with it, but we'll get back to them once they get into the battle. Here is Fender Fox Shovel getting past Filip Kamka as he's going into the pit with extensive damage. And oh, he lost it on the final curb. He crashed into the curb and he's spinning out and loses the 2 places. 3 places actually. Lots of problems for Dafox, and we're watching now Vincent Clough with a battle with Armstrong. Look at these guys. And here is Kubik Sitter against Massier. And here we have a first full course yellow of the race. And Milbetsky gets past Joe Green and he gets the place back. And everything seems to be alright. 14-second gap from third to second, which is pretty massive. And it's Slavian Stoichev getting through the GT3 grid, trying to get back from that race restart for him as he went back to the pit. And he started the race. And we are restarting once again. Lucas R stopping a penalty. And how many drivers we'll see with a penalty today, because that's going to be a lot. For now, only Lucas. And here is another one with Kolbe for the full course speed. Yeah, full course speed. Full course yellow speed. And here's Simon Stoichev getting easily past everyone. And storming into the lead. Into the lead. Ahead of these GT3 cars. There's another Philip Kamka also getting through as he pitted before. And here is a crash. Kubiks and Luka Bok in, and it's another crash, and they contacted with each other once again. And here's extensive damage on those cars. Radionik Marshalik had to slow down against Tomasz Gudek. Here is Lucas R taking the stopping go penalty for the Fulcrus Yellow's speed. And here is Michał Sikorsky with the extensive damage on his GT3 Mercedes. Not an ideal start into the 2-hour race for the Polish driver. And here is another one, Max Galliano. There's contact at the 3 cars. Sliding into Indianapolis, not the best place to crash, and all of them going completely out. And look at Ibuji putting a dive bomb on Kubiks. An incredible hardcore racing in GT3 class. And here's a Marshalik in about with Tomasz Gudek, the Toyota Anglican House. In the second chicane, first chicane on the Muzan straight. And here we see Kubiks against Skorsky in the Porsche curves. He's getting flashed and he's getting held up very nice, very much. And luckily everyone survives. This is Philip Ganka for another pit. That's gonna put him, I would say, probably. And Kubiks is off the track once again. We sadly didn't saw that. Here's with Kobe with Matej Jurica. And he get past him in the Porsche curves. What a move that was. And it's not a crash. It's Tchaikovsky spun in the first corner. Another problem, and Sikorsky in the pits for fixing the car. And here's Daniel Kleppel with Katechos and also Žiga Lujar from the Slovenia. Look at this three-way battle for 4th place. Not even 1 second between those drivers, and we are now heading into Indianapolis. And Tomasz Guliak and Erik Marszalek spun, and same goes for Sharek. But we need to take a look at this battle, as this is probably more important in this moment. 4th place battle. 10 minutes into the race. And Lucas R getting past Dafox after his stop and go penalty. Which is pretty nice job. You can see now, look at this battle. The two little Glickenhaus going on with it. Not even a 1/10 of a second between those drivers. And seems like Lujar will be fighting Katechos, the Greek driver. Slovenia against Greek, and he gets past him. Look at that, what a move into the final chicanes. And really good job from the Slovenian driver. And now it's Melt, and Daniel now hopes that those two will be fighting a lot. And look at this once again, Katechos getting past. And they go side by side into the first corner. And look at that move! Nearly a nice switchback. Now into the Dunlop corner. And Katechos takes the place. And he will probably hold it for a bit longer now. But we are going for the Mulsanne straight. So you never know. And Lujar going a bit off track. So let's see how it goes. 8/10 between all of the drivers. Maturica the first DNF of the race as he left the server. And here is Tomáš Godiak. He caught up with Daniel Klepal. He will be fighting him into the first chicane. And he gets past him very easily. But I think Daniel Klepal will never give up. It's a battle like this. So look at this, 4 cars between 2 seconds. And Katechos running away. But still that's a catchable gap. And Lucas out once again. He spun. And Dafox also spinning around. So look at this is Lujar and Godiak get past Klepel and Lujar in one sequence of corners. And that was a nice job, and look at it, it's crushing! And Daniel Klepel emerges as a winner, and he says thank you, because these two guys crashed together and sends Daniel into 5th place. And Jular Godiak did not come out as a good friends from this battle. So, Daniel Klepel, very good moment for him in this race, and I think he's grateful for something like this, as this helps a lot in his race. He now gets a clean air and needs a push to build a gap. And Sikorsky once again spinning around. And look at that, is another GT3 standing. And I think this is Sikorsky, yes it was. And there is Crash and Lucas Sugar with Daniel Klepel coming together. I've not seen who was in wrong, but I think I'm not gonna say anything. I don't know what happened there. Here's Matej Turek and Mikulski getting in the battle, and Jular is once again stopping on track, and he spun around the final corner, and he lose all the chances and all the positions he was fighting for a long time. It is Mikulski and Turek once again in battle, and they're going side by side, and Matej is back on the server, one lap down. We are now heading into Indianapolis, and he's Marshall, and Marshall goes into the wall. Eric Marshall goes into the wall, and he DNF'd. Eric Marshall disconnected the server. The pole sitter is out. At least for now, unless he joins again. And now once again Matej Turek and Mikulski, and they crash and they go into each other. And Matej Turek once again spinning around, and that's a massive shame for him. And Bubula gets the place, and also Jackiewicz, sorry, Jackiewicz, Polish, jeez, and that was a long battle. Ignacy Kamka getting past the GT3s. He's trying to get back into the race after his second pit. 1 hour 43 minutes into the race. And it's Lugazar and Maximian Ovcharek trying to do something. Mikulski once again stopped on track, and he's waiting for safe rejoin. And that's gonna be a very, very long time. And he's focused yellow because of him. And that's gonna neutralize the grid. Here's Tomas Goja getting past. Past the loser. Or no. Nearly getting past Daniel Klippel on the focus yellow. Oh, look at this gap at the front. 24 seconds to the leader, 22 seconds to second place, 41 second, 35 second, 1 second, 30 seconds, and 1 minute. And that's gonna be a lapping up in pretty much quick time. Because the leader is now in the final corners, and yeah, just the Mulsanne straight probably is the only place separating them, or he already get past them, I don't know. Let's take a look. No, he's not. He's yet to even lap half of the GT3 grid, but so yeah, that's fine. So here's the progress. Not much of a progress from everyone. Matthews gets a full course yellow stop and go penalty for a speed under the full course yellows. So here's James Quinn and Philip Bubula in the battle of GT3s on the Mulsanne straight, coming into the second chicane. Yeah, right on their tails is Jackiewicz. Here you see Tomasz Górnik and Daniel Kleppel. in the Porsche curves. Sorry, no, in going on in the Mulsanne straight. I misread this corner. And then Jakob spun, and Tomasz Gojek goes into 4th place. And it's a disaster for the Czech driver in the hypercar class. The work he did is all erased in one single moment. So here's Filip Bobula once again, and James Quinn into Indianapolis. Jajkiewicz right on the tail, and he gets nicely past him. He's also hypercar going into the mix, and I don't know who's driving the hypercar, but he's doing pretty crazy challenge. Not safe as I would prefer to say, but luckily one survived. Normally the battle in front is more preferred any battle than his time, so he should wait, but I have not written the rules here. I don't know how it works here. So I'm not gonna say any assumptions, any info, anything. And he's had a crash for Filip Bobula, and I've not seen. I mean, maybe he spun. Who knows? At this moment, I want you to tell once again. Leaves the server and is out of this race for the second time. And here we are getting a night time as this server goes through the 24-hour cycle in this race. So we'll see day and the night all to play for. So drivers have lights ready on to use them. Philip Gonka once again in a pit. I wonder what's going on with him. He had drive-through penalty, so that means that's the answer. Sorry. Yeah, pretty fine for now. Half an hour in. Still 3 times more till the end of the race. And all to play for. I wonder what happened to the 20-second lead. Maybe the gaps behind the Focus Yellow were, broken, so I don't know. Doesn't make sense probably, but yeah, here's Sikorsky once again fighting Armstrong. And here are the hypercars getting past GT3. Trying to get as fast as they can through the traffic to not cause any problems. Here's battle between Samuel Stoichev and Maximilian Ovcharek for the 9th place in the race. The two guys were probably out of the race at the start. They are completely back and doing more than great. So that's a good news, good to see. He's so much good at PoE. He's James Quinn and Piotr Jajkiewicz. Nice fight here in the GT3 class. The Lamborghini is Mercedes, and it's getting completely dark out there. And it's James Quinn once again with Jekaterina Ovcharek once again. Stopping on the first chicane. And Milobetsky, another DNF in this race. It's a fourth one today, and we lost another driver in this clash at Le Mans. And it's Dufox and Ovcharek in a pretty intense battle in hypercar class. And they are getting on with it. And Dufox once again round the outside. And what is going on here? Pretty crazy scuffles between those two. Trying to do everything and it's possible in the skills to get past each other, past the other. And we are getting back into the Jajkiewicz and James Quinn battle, which is still not resolved. They still can't decide who's going to be the faster driver out of those two. So let's take a look how we're doing with the gaps, and we already have the whole GT3 Grid lapped by Joe Green. And if you take a look at Compcan, he's once again in the wall. Another DNF. Look at Yuboch. It's another car to retire from this race. He's at the start finish line, and Joe Green going through the Porsche curve, so not a long time soon till we see a hypercar getting lapped in this race. And it's completely dark right now at Circuit de la Sarthe in Norman, and Dafox once again spinning out in the battle of Charek in the first corners on track. And at the end of a battle between those two. And Joe Green nearly lost it, unless it was a internet bug. We'll never know, probably. Here's Gigaluja, the first one to pit. 40 minutes into the race. So here today, another James Quinn and Jakiewicz battle. Those two just can't separate in this race, and we are not complaining, to be honest. It's pretty nice to watch at least some fights, and once again James Quinn got past him. They're going side by side into the first chicane. So let's see who's gonna emerge as the leader, and Jakiewicz for now is leading the way out of those two. But James Quinn getting on with it into the second chicane. They're going side by side. You probably don't see it as it's completely dark on track. But here you can see nicely. Into the second chicane they go. Who's gonna be emerge as the winner in this battle? And Jakiewicz nearly going into the back of James Quinn. But luckily both of them survive, and Joe Green, look at Joe Green, lost the first place. Joe Green spun and lost the lead and that means that Jakub Klappa is leading in hypercar and leading the whole Le Mans of 2 hours in the Alpine livery, and that's an epic job for him. And he will be very, very happy, as the whole top 3 is covered by Toyota cars. And they're surely not giving up. And you can see through a battle, James Quinn and Jakovic, and one of the hypercars, and Galge is spinning out. Ryan Armstrong getting a drive-through penalty taken. He took the drive-through penalty now, so he now gonna have to care for it. So James Quinn and Jakovic still fighting and fighting, and they are not giving up. Here's Philip Kampke, and seems like, yeah, he's the Fox. So finally Philip Kampke can get on in the fight. He pitted 3 times in this race, and Tomasz Gojek has stopped on track, and he completely lost it, and I have to identify where he is. Seems like second chicane. Yes, it is the second chicane. He probably went through the corner, or I have no idea what happened to him. But seems like he has a pretty significant damage, and the gaps are getting bigger and bigger. It's gonna be hard to pass someone, and Duffos get past Kampka once again. Yeah, currently only 2 battles. That is Duffos and Kampka, and James Quinn and Jakiewicz, and also Galgi and Kolbe. And that's pretty much it. Then it's all 5-second or more gaps, and Kampka once again in the wall into turn 5, if I'm right. And Jakiewicz getting past James Quinn once again. They're going side by side. We can see them now fighting each other, and it's pretty hardcore. So Dufox and Kampka once again going side by side. And Kampka emerge in the front. And in this camera we see nothing. I don't know who shows that, and Dufox spins around again. Jakiewicz getting past James Quinn, and Indianapolis, they are going on with it. They don't care about each other. Absolutely no room left, and they just do everything to ruin the race for the second one, but still is a brilliant, brilliant racing with Kolbe and Galgay fighting each other. Getting into the Indianapolis, at least I think, and there it is! And Galgay and Kolbe getting into the contact, straight into the wall, and they're both crashing out in his full Cursillo once again. So we'll have a neutralized racing. So we are waiting for the end of Fulker's yellow. Nothing to be seen from this camera angle. And here is the end of the Fulker's yellow. And here's Dufox in the pit. Another Fulker's yellow is up. Stoichev is looking like he done some mistake. He probably did, as he lost the place. And we are going to be racing once again. Stoichev and Lucas are very, very, very close, and they will be surely battling on at the race start. And no, so such a very bad restart, as he lost a second to him. And was that? There's Lucas R. Stoichev up to 7th, And James Quinn and Lucas are probably crashing. James Quinn is still standing. He is in the wall. What happened to James Quinn? As he's standing in the first chicane in the wall, not moving. He's probably retiring, or I don't know what happened. And the Fox spun again, and James Quinn's still standing in the line of Charlie again, also spun. A lot of cars spinning out today. The night has proven to be a problem, and we are 52 minutes in, another hour to go. And Daniel Kloppel also spinning out his wall. He's in the wall. At this, is it? Yeah, right before the Mulsanne he lost 3 places. And that's a massive shame for the Czech driver. Here's Daniel Kleppel right on the tail of Lucas R. Trying to get back into the lead, and it is Joe Green getting past Jakub Klapper for the lead of the race. But they are very close to each other. They are going to be fighting into Indianapolis. I hopefully think I'm right. No, it's a first chicane in the Mulsanne straight. And Joe Green looks up in the second part of a corner and lose the place again to Jakub Klapper. What a battle that is for the lead. And Jakub Klapper side by side with Joe Green, who's gonna emerge as the leader. Joe Green dives it on the inside, the end of a Mulsanne straight, and Jakub Klapper goes for the switchback. And they're going side by side once again. No longer side by side. Sorry, right on the tail, and now they are gonna go side by side into the Indianapolis. And why is it switching off? We want to see how it goes. And now heading into the corner section of Indianapolis, one of the quickest and hardest parts of the track. And Jakub Klapper nearly gone wide, and there's someone right behind them going off the track. And Jakub Klapper somehow still staying in the lead. No idea how he's doing that, but he still is absolutely flawless. and Jakob Klepper finally pulls the gap. Here is Daniel Kleppel in the pits for his first pit stop of the race, and Jakob Klepper also coming in. And we are just 3 minutes off the 1 hour mark, and the Slavian Stoichev stopping on track. He is in the wall of the first chicane. He has to teleport back to the pit, and that's a disaster for the Bulgarian driver in the hypercar class. Not an ideal way to be in right in the middle of a race. We are just 3 minutes off the 1 hour mark, and everything seems to be going great for Joe Green, but you never know. Current GT3 leader is Karol Wilgo. Behind him is Bartosz Czarnecki, and there is Szymon Lush. And in the hypercar is Joe Green leading against Jakub Klapper, and behind him is Fotis Katechos, the Greek driver. So 60 minutes until the end of a race, and we'll see how it will goes. And Katechos DNF. Katechos is out of the race. He retires, so that means Tomasz Godek up to podium places. And that's a massive shame, as we lost one of the quicker drivers in today's race. So it's Joe Green in the pits. Let's see if it's gonna be undercut or overcut. Has Joe Green did enough? No, he didn't. Jakub Klapper coming out of the final corner, and he is going straight into the lead of the race. And now Joe Green exiting the pits, and there's gonna be huge gap. So the undercut went absolutely perfect. Slavian Stoichev and Daniel Klippel. Daniel Klippel goes off! Slavian Stoichev and Daniel Klippel battle. And I've not seen what happened there. I think Slavian Stoichev maybe had a contact with Daniel and sends him spinning, and here's Joe Green getting back into the lead of the race. Nothing Jakub Kloppa can do. An absolute dominance from the non-national driver. Let's say he's American, because Joe Green is a pretty American name. So yeah, very nice. And here is Sikorsky again spinning out. Another time in the race. And Philip Kamka once again stopping on track. He goes through the first chicane as he probably looked up and went straight on. We have another focused yellow. And this is of Charik in the wall spinning out. No, he crashed with Philip Kamke. Here's Daniel Kleppel in the pits. Ryan Armstrong, another DNF in today's race. So 6 cars out of this race, so 23 drivers remaining on the grid. And it's getting light up for the final 45 minutes. And Lucas Art is retiring from this race. We lost a 7th car on the grid in today's race, and that's a massive shame once again. Sorry. Sorry about that. And here we are, half an hour till the end of a race. And the lead is pretty stable. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be too much affected at this point unless penalty comes up for the leader. There's not much things that can happen at this point. and Slovian Stoichev, or wait, am I right? No. Sorry. I'm blind probably. Don't worry, nothing happened. And Joe Green is off his spun in the final corner. That means that Jakob Klapper takes the lead with 9 minutes to go in this race, and an absolute disaster for Joe Green in today's race. And that's absolute turnover of things in today's race. No one probably expected something like this to happen. And what's that? Massive lookup from um, oh my god, Ovchar. Yeah, it's Maxim Ovcharek. No, Lucas, sorry. Darfox massive lookup, but it was just Jakub Klopper trying to get past him. Here's Tomasz Godek in the pits, and Karol Wilger goes for a incredible dominating victory in GT3 class. 7 minutes to go, and I think he was leading from the start all the way to the finish, and that's an absolute masterclass of a performance. Bartosz Czarnecki also incredible day, incredible race, and Szymon Lach also excellent in today's race. But our main point is the lead of a race, 5-second gap with 6 minutes to go. All to play for here in Le Mans, and it can play out absolutely incredible. And you never know what can happen here at Circuit de la Sarthe, as it's pretty nicely unpredictable race. And Jakub Klopper had to pit. I'm trying to see other things, and then this happens when I'm not watching. I'm sorry, but I think he had to get some drive to penalty. or anything of this kind, and that means Joe Green is in 30-second leads with 4 minutes to go, so unless he gets a penalty, he should be completely fine. No, I don't see anything. Maybe he was running out of fuel. But he hands off the victory to Joe Green at this point. And that's an incredible finish for Joe Green. Absolutely dominating race. So final minutes in this race. I don't know if they have additional lap on set, but if they don't, then it's gonna be over. And it's still not the final lap, so we'll have another lap after that. But the finish is pretty much guaranteed. So now we'll find out if this is final lap or no. Joe Green's in Indianapolis. And yes, it is a final lap, so final 10 corners in this race for Joe Green. 30-second gap, he will enjoy that for sure. And he's now just gonna be cruising through. He's gonna be cruising through Porsche curves. Then he'll have the final 2 chicanes ahead of him. And that's gonna be it. What a performance for Joe Green. With his nice blue Toyota number 44. And he's now coming through the first of 2 chicanes. Now the final one, and the winner of the Bulgarian Endurance Series final round of 2024 at Le Mans is Joe Green, as he wins after 2 hours of racing. What a performance for him in today's race, and he claims the final victory in Bulgarian Endurance Series of 2024 with a storming performance. Incredible. Just incredible. And many cars still. And Jakob Klapper finishes second after the last pit that took the lead. Shameful enough for him, but still incredible performance. Great race for him. And we'll have to wait for the rest of the grid to finish, as Daniel Klapper still spins. And a lot of cars still on Mulsanne straight. It's gonna be a long wait to hear Tomáš Godek going into Indianapolis. So we have a pretty nice 2 minutes of Vladislav and Stoichev as he leaves the server on the final lap, as he pretty much guaranteed himself the position, so he don't have to worry. And here are coming the penalties, but I don't think there is many for the leaders of today's race. Exactly. 1 stop strategy for Joe Green. And here is 3rd place, Szymon Laszcz, getting into 3rd place of the GT3 class. And we are pretty much guaranteed. Here's Tomáš Godek going through the final of the Porsche curves, now coming into the final chicanes to claim the final podium position in today's race. Another performance of performances. And the Polish driver Tomáš Godek claims the podium at Le Mans. Another great performance today. And we are still going to be waiting for a lot of cars today. So here's Cara will go. Coming to the final chicane, and it's on the race. So thank you so much. I mean, I'm gonna do this nice little position. So thank you so much for watching. And a lot of people today on the stream, and that was a pretty nice race. So thank you everyone for watching, and see you in 2025 or maybe 2024. You don't know, some special races coming, but I can't say anything. So thank you all for watching. See you at the next time. Maybe I'll be commentating the next race you'll be seeing here. Thank you so much, and bye bye.